Sir, we will wait 2 minutes, then we will start, sir. Hello, Yogesh sir, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Hello, everyone. Good evening, all. I am Professor Anup Polgawande, coordinator of today's webinar. On the behalf of Samath Group of Institutions, College of Engineering, I heartily welcomes and presenting thanks to our today's resource person, Mr. Yogesh Jadhav sir, training consultant and corporate trainer at Technojock Info Solutions, Mumbai. Now I want to give short introduction about our today's resource person. He did bachelor's and master of engineering from Mumbai University. He having experience in teaching as well as in industry also. He did one collaborative project with Ruia College, which won US award held by Wiki at Boston. Also, he conducted number of workshops and different technologies such as machine learning, cybersecurity, networking, IoT, and so on. Now, I heartily welcomes you all participants and present thanks to all of you. Without participant, such type of events cannot become more interactive. We also we all aware about the situation all over the world. Almost whole world is affected by COVID-19, but we also know that learning having no boundaries. Hence, we Samath Group of Institutions, College of Engineering, arrange webinar series, and today is webinar number 4 on use of IoT in healthcare. Now, I represent thanks to Honorable Vivek Sheke Sir, Secretary, Samath Group of Institution, and Honorable Vallabh Sheke Sir, Trustee, Samath Group of Institution, for their kind support. I also represent thanks to Professor Gadikar Sir, Administrative Officer, and Professor Kothari Sir, Head of the Department ENTC Engineering, to make arrangement of this webinar. Now, without wasting much time, I hand over rights to Yogesh sir to continue the webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for a lovely introduction. Good evening, all. So, in today's webinar, we are going to discuss about the IoT, what is meant by the Internet of Things, and how we are going to use this IoT in healthcare. Now, we are knowing the today's situation because of the COVID-19. We are how to follow the lockdown. So, what kind of projects we can do by using the IoT, and that will be the helpful in such kind of situation. That also we are going to discuss. So in today's webinar, we are going to discuss majorly about the Internet of Things basics, then how we are going to use the IoT in healthcare, what are the current use cases are there where we are using the IoT in the healthcare, then how we are going to use this Internet of Things technology in a COVID-19, and then after that one we are going to discuss some project ideas as a student we can implement and useful for the society. So that we are going to discuss, and at the end of the webinar we are going to discuss about the what are the different career opportunities are there in the Internet of Things, that also we are going to cover. So as we are knowing that Internet of Things is the network of a physical objects or a things, which are the basically most of the time sensors or actuators devices, and they are going to communicate with each other through the network, and they are sharing the data. So let's consider the one example of Internet of Things over here. As a doctor, I want to check out the temperature of the patient. So what over there, we are going to use some device over there, but it is not a smart device. Doctor personally will come to you, near to you, and it will going to give the thermometer to you and tell to that keep check your temperature. So this is the way we are going to do the in a traditional way. But nowadays, the because of the COVID-19, there will be the chances of spreading this disease over here. So how Internet of Things will going to work over here. So we are going to develop one smart gadget or device which will going to scan our temperature. That is a thermal scanning which will going to do, and it will going to send the report to the directly to the doctor, and doctor from that data will going to do the analysis what will be the temperature pattern of this patient or that person. So this is the way our temperature sensor will going to communicate through the internet with the doctor. So that means over here it's the Internet of Things. So what is a temperature sensor over here? It's a thing, it's an object which having the network connectivity, and it will going to send the data to the doctor. So that means we are sending the data. So over here you are able to see in the definition that is collect and exchange the data. So the data will going to reach to the doctor. Doctor will do the analysis on that data, what will be the temperature pattern of that patient, and from that one doctor will going to make a conclusion. So what kind of medicine I can suggest to that patient. So over here it's a example of Internet of Things. So over here we are going to develop such kind of smart devices which will having the internet connectivity. They are going to communicate with the using the various electronic devices, which is a software also needed over there, sensors, which is an important part of the IoT, and at the network connectivity. So over here we can say that the devices will going to communicate and they are going to collect the data. So this is the Internet of Things will going to work. Okay, so over here we are talking about the smart devices or smart system over here. So what are the integral part of this IoT system? So first one is the most important that we are discussed, that is the sensors or actuators over the which will going to continuously sensing the data, collecting the data, and through the some media they are going to communicate or send that data to the respective authority over there. So second part, it is a connectivity. So first, sensors will going to sense the data. So I are taking the example of temperature sensor. So what temperature sensor will going to do? So temperature sensor will going to collect the data, continuously capturing the temperature of that patient or a person. And once it is capturing that data, somewhere he or that device need to send that data. So that is a connectivity is needed. So various protocols are there. Connecting media is required over there for the connectivity. So over here, it might be a wireless connectivity media or the wired connectivity media through which those sensors will going to send the data to the server or to the respective authority. And the last one is the peoples and processes which are going to work on this kind of data. They are going to use this kind of data and going to do the analysis or some applications they are going to develop. And for the different case studies, they are going to use this kind of data over here. So all these three things will coming together, and it's so called as a Internet of Everything. So that is the extension of Internet of Things. So mostly Internet of Things will cover only the sensors kind of thing and the connectivity, but when people and processes comes into picture, it's so called as the Internet of Everything. So over here in the Internet of Everything, we are going to consider the people and processes. As I told that Internet of Things only restricted to the sensors and connectivity. That means sensors will going to sense the data, and to the connectivity media they are going to send the data. But When there will be the people comes into picture, lots of processes you are going to see what kind of different processes you can use, and when they are going to come together, and then they are going to create the environment that is called as the internet of everything. So that is the internet of things, is a smaller version of internet of everything. So what is meant by the sensors? What are the different sensors are there? So lots of sensors are there. I will going to cover basic few sensors over here. So some of the sensors on a daily basis we are using in our mobile devices also. So that we are going to see. So proximity sensor, that is a position sensor which is present in our mobile device also. Then velocity sensors, temperature sensors. We are taking the very important example of a temperature sensor, that if I want to check out the temperature of a patient, that kind of thing over there. uh, Temperature sensors also play a vital role in chemical factories, so manufacture of the chemical components. So they're having the boilers over there, so they have to continuously track the temperature of those boilers. So if temperature will going to exceed above the threshold value, so that will be the dangerous kind of thing over there. So temperature sensors are playing the vital role over here. Then humidity sensors, sound sensors, gas detection. Sometimes in a chemical plant there might be a poisonous gases might be leaked out, so I want to detect those poisonous gases over there. So once the poisonous gases get detected, then there will be the alarm system should be there. So these kind of applications are there which we are going to use IoT over there. So leaks and levels, some electric magnetic leakages are there that I have to detect. So tilt sensors are, so these are the overall the sensors we are using for the IoT. So sensors is a fundamental block of internet of things. So these are the some basic examples of the sensors we are using daily basis, or in IoT we are going to use these kind of sensors. So if you are taking the example of cameras and microphones, we are having the GPS sensors over there. So these sensors daily basis we are using, or some of the sensors in a big organization or factories we are going to use. So sensors are a fundamental block of Internet of Things. Then second, that is a connectivity. So what are the data sensed by these sensors? So through some media we need to send to the server, data server, or to the respective authority will going to do the analysis of on this data which is captured by these sensors. So connectivity is a very important over here in terms of Internet of Things. So internet is required over there. So what are the different ways are there, or medias are there that we are going to use for the connectivity, that we are going to discuss in this slide over here. So mostly we are talking about, we are knowing the Wi-Fi, so wireless fidelity. So wireless communication media also we are going to use. Bluetooth, if you want to do the nearby communication, so within a range, if you want to do that, then you can use the Bluetooth over there. Some RFID devices also are there. So this is the smart technology nowadays we are going to use. So if you are going to talk about the smart tags over there, so if you are going to pass through the toll checkbook check, so there you don't need to give the cash over there. So what are the sensors are there? RFID sensors, they are going to sense your RFID tag which is we are put on a vehicle. So automatically that much toll get deducted from your account. So RFID sensors are there. So these kind of different wireless media we are going to use. Now we are knowing that we are using the 4G, 5G is coming into picture. So this is the wireless media through which very high speed data we can transfer. So when you are using the mobile devices for the communication, or whether we want to control the sensors through the mobile devices. So these kind of technologies we are going to use, that is a 4G and all these things. So these are the some connectivity medias we are talked about. Famous is the Wi-Fi, you are using it. Then Bluetooth, if you want to make sure that your applications or sensors within some restrictions or regional restrictions, if you want to use, so that Bluetooth you can use. Then there is a 4G, because now every phone is having the 4G connectivity. So if you want to manage your sensors over there through the 4G network, so that also we can use over here. So connectivity is a wireless media or wired media we are going to use to communicate with the sensor and the server over here. Then this is an integral part of the Internet of Everything, that is a people and processes will going to coming together, and what are the data sensed by the sensors, they are going to reach to these people and they are going to work on it. So what are the different case studies are there or use cases are there where people will going to use the internet of things? So that is a example of now internet of everything. So over here you can use the IoT for the supply chain management. You are going to continuously keeping the tracking of the supply. So that also you can do for the security purposes. Also you can use IoT through the mobile devices and applications. You are going to keep the track of the sensors or location tracking. So remote monitoring also it is possible. So these kind of processes we can use over there. So which is having the integration of the sensors with the connectivity, and then people will going to use this whatever the processes are there, and on a daily basis also we are also using that kind of processes over here. That means we can track our supply chain over here. For the security purpose also we are going to use this IoT. So I will discuss these applications over here in a later stage of our presentation. So over here people and processes they are going to use the internet of things in a various use cases. So that is the example I want to show over here. So what is overall over here, that whatever we discussed, that is the interaction between the sensors, then connectivity, people and processes, when they are going to coming together and they are going to do the integration or interaction. So there will be the smart applications are available for the user. So when you are going to consider all these aspects of over here, that is the sensors, then connectivity between those sensors, then people, for them we are going to develop the applications, and for them we are going to use the internet of things. So that are the different use cases are there where people are involved over there. Some processes are there such as the customer relationship management, then supply chain management. These are the processes. In those processes we are going to use the IoT, so that will going to provide the fruitful results over there. So that is the integration of all these things will come together, and we are trying to develop the smart applications, and those smart application as an end user we are going to use it. So that overall it's called as a internet of things over here. So over here, I want to discuss regarding some applications where we are going to use the Internet of Things over here. So smart thermostats. So over here, we are going to check out the temperature of a room. So what at suppose temperature of a room is increases, automatically we are going to put on the AC or the fan. That we can kind of applications we can use, or now it's a regular kind of applications we are using daily basis also nowadays, because when the temperature of AC in temperature of a room increases, then automatically AC should put on over there. Or through the mobile devices also some applications are there through which you are going to manage the home devices over there. So you can manage the light of your home, you can manage the AC, then you can manage the other electronic devices which are there such as a fridge or washing machine through the mobile applications. So these kind of applications are coming into market through which you are going to make your home as a smart home over here. Then connected cars. So through the smartphone we are going to book a cab or car over there. So that kind of applications will be there which will going to provide you the billing over there. So there in a cities also we are facing the parking issue over there. So parking issue is a very critical in a cities. Where is the free space available for the parking, that we have to find out. So these kind of applications, when you are going to enter into particular region or geographical area, they are going to tell you that where the free parking is available or where is the free space available where you can park your vehicle. That kind of applications are available in the market. So these kind of things are there. When you are going to talk about the car insurance, so when there will be the accident of a car happen, so automatically that notification reach to the insurance company, and you are going to get the insurance amount directly over there to your account. So that kind of smart system we can develop over here. So that are the car systems you can develop over here. Then the next one is a most famous, every day we are using the smart bands over there which will going to continuously keep track of our activity levels, then how much calorie we are expend, then skin temperature which is we have to wear 24/7 on our hand over there. So these are the some activity trackers are there which are the very cheap also, and every day we are people are using it. So they are going to give us the heart rate pattern. So what will be the heart rate of that person. So that pattern kind of find information that will be there. So through this information, we can predict the things also over there. So what will be the chances of there that if this person who is having this heart rate will be goes for the heart disease, or how much calorie that person is supposed to be burn, so that will be a good for that person's health. So that kind of activity tracking is available, and prediction is also available. So what will be the good for that person, so that also we can manage over here. Then smart outlets over here. So remotely you can turn on or off any appliance over there. So suppose if you're having the smart TV over there, so you are in an office and you have to put off your TV which is in a home. So how you are going to do that? So there are the some applications you are simply put off over there, which is on your mobile phone. That application is on your mobile phone. You are simply putting the off button on that mobile application, automatically your TV get off over him, which is present in your home. So these kind of smart outlets are there. So parking sensors, I already discussed this case study over there. So these parking sensors will going to sense the free area or free parking slot which is available within a city, and that kind of notification will go to the respective car owner कि there is a free space available, you can park your car over there. So that kind of smart applications are there. So these are the some case studies are available in which we are going to use the internet of things over here. So what are the different applications are present? So suppose as a student, some projects we have to discuss, or some projects I want to develop. So suppose in which particular domain, what kind of project is available, or you can go for that kind of thing. So over here, at a home consumer level, there is a light bulbs management. So you can automatically put the light off or on if any person is not present in a particular room, and still your lights are going on over there in that particular room, or light bulbs are going on over there, but there is a no person present in that room, automatically that light should be put off. So these kind of applications we can develop over there. So our light bulbs, smart light bulbs, they are going to continuously sensing that person is present or not, and once that person is not present in a particular region or area, automatically that light bulb should off. So that kind of smart applications we can develop for the home users. Security, continuously are going to monitoring that through the security cameras over there, or through the some infrared or ultrasonic sensors also you can use over there. You can put this kind of sensor at the front of the door, and any person will come close to the door, automatically there will be the alarm should get developed, and that owner of that home will come to know, yeah, there was a person in front of my door. So that kind of notification also we can do. Then irrigation controller. So suppose I am a planning for the holiday, and I will not available for a 1 week at home. So there are the some plants I put it over there. So I have to take care of those plants over there. So I can go for the irrigation controller. So it will going to continuously checking the moisturizer of a soil for those plant. And if that moisturizer very less over there for that particular plant, then automatically water supply should be there. So these kind of applications we can use at the home level. Then for the transport, then where there we can do the traffic routing. So you can go for the package monitoring, smart parking we are discussed about. Then supply chain shipping, that means we are keeping the track of all the goods which are we are providing through the supply chain. Then public transport also we can use internet of things over there. So these are the some applications where you are going to use the internet of things. The most important about the health over here, so for the patient care you are going to use this. Then elderly monitoring, then remote diagnostic. That means suppose if any person is not able to go to the hospital, so elder persons are not able to go to the hospital, so how we are going to take care of them? So there are the some system we need to develop through which we are going to take care of these elder persons over there. Then bio variables, we already seen the example of that bio variable, that the device you are going to put on your wrist, and which will going to sense the heart rate, which will going to sense the how much calorie you are burned over there. So that kind of thing you can do over here. Then buildings, if you are having the premises, then how you are going to use this kind of infrastructure over there. So you are going to use for the security management, then automatic lighting off and on, that kind of situation, electrical devices management, some emergency alerts are there. So that kind of thing you can do with the Internet of Things. Then if you are going to go for the development of smart cities, there also you are going to use this kind of Internet of Things, such as the electrical distribution, that is smart electrical distribution based of the consumption of that electricity in that particular region. So we can use IoT for the waste management. So if any dustbin in a particular region get full, so that kind of notification should go to the respective authority that dustbin in this particular region is getting full, so we have to take care of that one. So that kind of applications also we can develop. So over there we are going to develop the smart dustbin which is having the GPS facility over there, and also we are going to check the level of dust or garbage in that dustbin. So once that dustbin get full, automatically notification goes to the respective authority that this dustbin is getting full, and what will be the location through the GPS. We are going to convey the location also to that respective authority over there. So these kind of applications we can develop by using the Internet of Things, and we can make a better system over here. So for example, some case studies we are going to see. So how we are going to use the Internet of Things for the transportation purpose, and how it will be helpful for the development of a smart cities. So over here, Sophia and her son Luis are on their way downtown for the appointment. So they are taken the appointment and they have to go to the downtown. So they are going to, over here, they are going to use the wireless sensors embedded in the parking lot, help direct the car to an open spot in the city. So some wireless sensors are there in a parking lot, which will going to find out the open space, so where Sophia can park her vehicle over there. So this is the way we can use for the smart parking over here. So that wireless sensor, they are going to track or keeping the track of a free parking space over there. Once any free parking space is available, then notification goes to the Sophia that at this particular region you will find out the free parking space. Go to that location and park your vehicle. So this is the way Sophia will easily find out the parking space in the city. So if Sophia is a newcomer to that particular city, it will be difficult for her to find out the parking space. So this is the smart kind of application we can develop by using the IoT, where you can integrate the wireless sensors with the GPS. So GPS sensor will going to tell the exact position of the free parking space over there to the Sophia. Sophia will going to put her car over there in a free parking space over here. So these kind of smart applications will help for the better transportation. Then healthcare over here. So we are going to see the one case study over here. Aging Uncle Al is a still living isolated at his home. So he is an isolated person at his home, and we are very much concerned about his safety and health over here. So whether he is having the good health or not, whether he is not facing any kind of problem or not. So that kind of concerns are always there, because he is isolated at his home. So that kind of concern always will be there. So what we can do over with this kind of situation? So we can put the wireless sensors in his home, which will going to keep the activity tracking of that uncle. So this wireless sensor continuously keep the track of the activities, whether Uncle Al is moving in that particular room or not, what will be the frequency of moving or activity of that person in that particular room. And also that sensors continuously tracking the sleeping pattern of that person. So they are going to check out the activity levels of that person, they are going to find out the sleeping pattern, and what will be the medication schedule, that at what time the medicine should be taken by the uncle. That kind of data will be captured by this kind of wireless sensors. If there will be the some ambiguity find out, or there is a something mismatches find out with that data, then alert will be automatically go to the healthcare service, and that ambulance will going to reach to the uncle, and they are going to take care of that one. So any abnormal activities detected by this kind of sensors, then you are going to call to the respective healthcare agency, and they are going to come to home, and they are going to take care of the whatever the health issues of a uncle over here.
So this is one example where you are going to use IoT in a healthcare. So wireless sensors are there. They are going to keeping the track of the activities of Uncle Al, and based on those activities, they are going to track the data, keeping the tracking of the all the data. And if any abnormal activity is detected, that is there is a sleeping pattern get disturbed of Uncle, so that kind of cases will happen. So automatically that alarm goes to the healthcare services. They are going to come and they are going to take care of that one. So this is a very good example of Internet of Things. Then smart buildings. So over here, Anna, which is an employee of one of the company, is being pressured to reduce her own company's expenses for their new corporate office. So Anna get confused what to do, what will be the solution for this one. So after speaking with all the experts, she decided to install some sensors, which will going to automate the energy uses. So they are going to put some smart bulbs over there, smart AC machines will be there. So these kind of devices they are going to use through these sensors. They are going to manage the building occupancy. Then they are going to check the temperature of the room, and they are going to check out the other ambient conditions. And through the using these sensors, they are going to controlling the these kind of devices such as a smart lighting. It is the smart AC solutions are there. If temperature of the room is okay, then they are not going to put the AC on over there. If temperature of the room or particular office room is very high, then automatically AC will going to start. So this kind of smart devices she can use, and she will going to reduce the electricity bill over there. This is one kind of one case study we are discussed over here regarding the smart buildings. Then we are going to talk about the IoT in a healthcare. So how healthcare industry will going to use the Internet of Things over here. So real-time monitoring we can do by using the various connected devices, and which will going to save lives in the event of a medical emergency, like there might be a chances of the heart failure. That patient might be a diabetic patient having that very huge sugar level in a blood. Then asthma attacks will be there for that particular patient. Then there will be the emergency call should be go to the doctor, or that ambulance should be come to that person's home. So there are the some sensors we are going to put, or variables we are going to use, so which will going to capture all these kind of data. So some suppose if you are going to use the thermostats over there, they are going to continuously tracking the temperature of that person. So you have to use the thermostat sensor over there, which will going to capturing the temperature of that person. And suddenly if there is a hike in a temperature, then respective alarm will go to the doctor, and based on the pattern of a temperature, doctor will going to consult to that particular patient. You can take this kind of medicine, or this might be a possible chances. So this kind of consultation doctor can do with the patient. So over here, Internet of Things plays very important role. So we can do the simultaneous reporting and monitoring of a patient data. So some smart variable we are going to put on a body of that particular patient, which is going to keep tracking of the data, such as the temperature, then moisturizer of skin over there, humidity level of a surrounding, then respiratory system checking. These kind of things we can do by using the sensors. These sensors will going to capture the data, and that data will going to send to the doctor. So this kind of smart kind of thing we can do with the patient. So now how we are going to use the Internet of Things in the COVID-19 situation. So as a student, what kind of projects we can do, which will be the helpful in the COVID-19 situation, the pandemic situation, so that we are going to see. So first thing, connected thermometers. So this is the example of a connected thermometer over here. So this connected thermometer we are going to put on a body of a particular patient, which is we can consider as a victim of a COVID-19, where you have to continuously keep the track of the temperature of that patient. So over here you can use this connected thermometer. It's a very cheap, around 70 rupees cost it will be there. So this thermostat sensor we are going to put on the body of the patient, and which will going to continuously sense the temperature of that patient, and through the wireless media it will going to communicate with the devices, and it will going to send the alert. Suppose the temperature of any patient goes high, so then automatically alert we can send to the doctor that temperature of this person is goes high so you can consult to that patient and can provide the medicine to that kind of patient. So within a 300 rupees, you can develop this kind of thermometer over there. That is a connected thermometer, which will be called as a smart thermometer. So it's a very good example where you can use the IoT. So over here, you can use the Arduino device, Arduino over here. That is a microcontroller, and only one thermostat sensor is required, which will be going to integrate with the Arduino over there. And through that one, we are going to sense the temperature. And once that temperature go beyond any threshold value, so that means there is a chances of the fever, so that fever will be there. So when there will be the chances of that kind of fever will that person have, then there might be a chance that person might be infected from the COVID-19. So it's a very simple kind of case study we can use over here by using the Arduino and the thermometer sensor over there. So that kind of project also we can develop. Smart wearables, this is a very good example, and every day now we are using the smart bands or smart watch over there. So smart bands are keeping track of the all the data, such as calories we burned, heart rate of that particular person. They also going for the finding the sleep pattern of that person. That means how much sleep time that person is having. That kind of smart information they are going to capture. And there are some mobile applications we need to configure while you are going to use this kind of smart wearable, that is a smart band. And those applications, based on the data provided by this kind of wearable, they are going to do the analysis how much sleep is required for this particular person. If this any particular person is too much sleepy, that means he or she might be having some problem with the psychological problem, that person is might be under stress. That's why that person is facing so much problems with the sleep pattern. That kind of information and there will be the conclusion will be made by based on this information by the applications. So these kind of mobile applications are present where you are going to capture the data from these smart variables, and what are the data captured, based on that one those applications will going to predict about our health. So this is a very good example. IoT buttons, these IoT buttons you can use in a hospital, so where the patients we are going to keep. So any particular patient will having the any particular problem or query, then this IoT button will be pushed by that patient, and that what will be the query, that patient will going to speak in this IoT button, and that will be reached to the administrator of that hospital. Yeah, this particular patient facing this kind of problem. So these kind of also devices you can develop, where in the IoT button, if any particular patient having the problem, then that patient will going to put or press that button over there, and what are the problem that patient is facing, then patient will going to speak. And once that patient will going to speak, that announcement will goes to the respective administrator of that hospital, and that problem will be solved by that administrator over there. So this is a very good example where we can use the IoT. Then automatic sanitizer machine. So this is the example of automatic sanitizer machine. Over here in this project, they use the ultrasonic sensors over here. There is a no human touch is over here. So there is a one servo motor, it is there. There is a Arduino and ultrasonic sensor. So in this sanitizer machine, so there is ultrasonic sensor is present, servo motor is put it over there along with the Arduino. It's a very simple project we can do. So as an automatic sanitizer machine, so there will be the no human touch, because we are knowing that COVID-19 virus is spreading through the human touch. So we can avoid that one. So in front of ultrasonic sensor, you have to just uh, pass your hand over there, so automatically that servo motor gets start, and it will going to push the sanitizer bottle over there, and you will have the sanitizer on your hand. This kind of very simple machine we can develop, which will be helpful at the college premises or in offices. We can use this kind of application, and the cost of this machine will be around only 500 rupees, including the Arduino, then servo motor and ultrasonic sensor. So it will not going to exceed the 500 rupees. So it's a very good kind of mini project we can develop. So we can make automatic sanitizer machine over there by using this Internet of Things devices over here. Then this is a basic example of robot which is using the DC motor over here. So we can able to see the DC motors are used over here. This robo is a very simple robo which is having the just robo car over here, which is made up of a DC motor. Through the mobile devices, by using the Bluetooth, we can communicate with this robo, and this robo we can put it in a hospital. So whatever the medicine we need to provide to the COVID-19 patient, because we are knowing that through the patients also COVID-19 might be get spread. So doctor and nurses are very have to take the very much precaution over there when they want to communicate with such kind of patient or providing service to these such kind of patients over there. So these kind of small robots are very helpful. So by using the mobile applications, you can communicate with this robo, and you are going to give the direction to this robo, and it will going to reach to the particular patient. So that patient will going to take a medicine or food, which is or water bottles from this tray. So it's a very useful over here. These kind of robots also as a student we can develop, because it's required only a DC motor and some wireless media. So we can integrate the Bluetooth over here. So through the Bluetooth device, this robot will get connected to the mobile application, and through which you can manage the direction of this robot. So it's a very good project as a student we can develop, and which will be the helpful at hospital. Okay, so what will be the different career opportunities are there? See, because most of the students are getting confused regarding the IoT. If I will want to be expert in IoT, whether there will be the career present for the IoT or not. So let me tell you some interesting stats over here. So in a 2014, nearly 2 billion devices are over there. IoT devices are manufactured and shipped. And there is a prediction that in a 2020, that is 8 billion devices are required. So that means that much number of devices are required, IoT devices are required over there. So we can use this kind of devices at the home level. Some of the transport, for the transport utility also, these IoT sensors are required. Health industry is a very much important over here. We have seen the example also in a health industry, how we are going to use the IoT. So some smart robots also we can develop. We've seen the sanitizer vending machine, which is a very useful at the hospital or in offices also we can use. So these kind of IoT systems we can develop, which will be helpful for the society also. If you want to develop the smart cities, so nowadays in a coming era, we are trying to develop the smart cities. So what is meant by the smart cities? So there will be the very good power distribution over there. Smartly we are going to manage the devices. There will be the smart homes. If no person is present in that particular home, lights or the devices should put off over there. So these kind of smart homes, it will be the required in a future. So there will be the demand of IoT will be there in a future. So if I talk about the money, so in a 2014, 180 billion revenue was there in IoT industry. So that much revenue was there. So I'm talking about the dollars over here. That is 86,000 American dollars, millions dollar was the industry of IoT with the managed services, that is the data management and all this, then hardware and the network services. As we are knowing, the integration of all these is called as IoT. So there will be the sensors, then there will be the people and services are there, which will going to work on the data which is captured, and the network services. So that is media present between the sensor and this managed services. So integration of all these called as a IoT. And if you are going to check out the market over there as a revenue over here, 180 billion revenue was there in a 2014. It's a very old data. In that 2014, if this one is a marketing stat, you can consider about the 2020 what will be that. So it's a huge revenue will be there. So this is the in a 2020. So there will be the hike of complete, if you are going to say, it's a hike of 30 to 40%. Directly there is a hike of 20 to 30% over there, even in a revenue. So over here, as over here we are knowing that everyone is connected to the internet. So internet providing us a very good opportunity. And in a future, because of that, every person is nowadays using the smartphone, having the 4G. In a future, there will be the 5G connectivity we are having. So Internet of Things will be the booming kind of thing over there. So there will be the huge scope for the Internet of Thing. It will be there. So these sensors will going to sense the data, and there will be the some machine learning algorithms will going to work on this data, and they are going to go for the prediction. So that prediction kind of thing will be very important over here. So Internet of Things will always have a demand in a industry, in a market. And nowadays everything people want as a smart. So there will be the smart homes, smart cities. So for this, to make the smart home to smart cities, needs of sensors will be there, Internet of Things will be there. So as a student, what kind of technology we can learn over there? So we can start with the Arduino, which is a microcontroller, very cheap microcontroller. You can use that for the Internet of Things. You can integrate various sensors are there based on your project requirement, such as a temperature sensor, humidity there, moisturizer sensor, gas detection sensor. Lots of sensors are there. So you can integrate those kind of sensors with the Arduino kit over there. Arduino kit is costing around only 400 rupees. So that you can purchase, you can integrate all these kind of sensors with that Arduino, and you can get a feel of Internet of Things. You can develop such kind of mini projects over there that will be also helpful for the society, which will be also helpful for the your college also, and it will be a provide you the detailed insight of the Internet of Things as a student over there. And as we are knowing that in a coming year there will be the huge demand for the Internet of Things, because machine learning is coming into picture. So what kind of data you are going to provide to the machine learning system? So the data which is sensed by the sensor. So sensors always require over there. So these sensors will going to sense the data, real time data, and those data we are going to feed to the system, and machine learning and deep learning algorithm, they are going to work on this kind of data, and they are going to go for the prediction. So sensors will be there always. So it's a very important line over here, that is a global nervous system. So IoT now will be called as a global nervous system. These sensors will going to sense the data across the globe. They are going to continuously keeping tracking the activity of human beings, and based on that one you can go for the prediction of that particular activity or anything over here. So an Internet of Things will be always there. So that is a thank from my side. So now we are going to open for the question answer round.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, there is a one question from Gaurav Zadekar.
Yes.
He is asking, nowadays temperature sensing CCTV cameras available in the market. It senses the temperature of forehead of person, and it detects the normal and abnormal temperature to find COVID symptoms patient.
Yes.
How it works, how it detects the temperature from long distance.
Okay. So you are talking about the thermal scanners over there. So these thermal sensors are the infrared thermal sensors. So through the infrared, they are going to capturing the temperature of that person. So by using the infrared, that is a thermal. It's a normal, not a normal temperature sensor. It's a infrared thermal sensor through which they are going to capturing the temperature, and that will be displayed to the person who is taking the temperature over here. So they are the infrared temperature sensors. And one more thing I want to discuss, that key, if you are there are the some applications are also there by using the infrared, because most of the mobile devices having the infrared over there. So what they are taking the infrared image of the person. These kind of applications are there. So by using those applications, these mobile devices will going to make an infrared image of that person, and by using the infrared image, we will able to see that whether that person is having the temperature or not. That is also one kind of project as a student can consider. So those are the not the normal sensors, they are the infrared sensors, temperature
Okay,
sensors.
sir. Sir, what is the use of IoT in agriculture, or how we can
Okay,
make the smart agriculture?
okay. One simple example I want to give over here. Uh, Suppose I want to check the water level of a particular crop over there. So farmer, what they are going to do, they are going to do the manual inspection of a soil over there. So how much water is required, what will be the moisture level of that soil is there. So as rather doing the manual inspection, we are going to put the soil sensor over there, soil moisturizer sensor, which we are going to check out the water level in that soil. So once that water level of a soil goes to below of that threshold, automatically you can start with the water motor or a water pump over there. So there is a no need of a person will go to the water motor and they are going to put it on over there. Then there will be the flow of water. That kind of is not required. So it's a very simple application we can develop. So everything we can make as a automated system over there. So in a soil, we are going to put the soil sensor, which will going to check out for the water level. Once that water level goes below of a particular threshold value, automatically that motor will start, that water motor, and it will going to give the water to that particular crop. So this is a very simple example we can do. Nowadays, people are using the drone also for the spreading of a pesticide, and that is also one good example. So by using the drone, we can spray the pesticide over there on a crop, because we are knowing that pesticides are very dangerous for the human health. So if you are going to do the spreading that manually, that will be the very hazardous for the human health. So rather than going for that one, we can use the drone, and through the drone also we can do the pesticide spreading. It's also very good case study you can consider.
Yes, okay, sir. Sir, one more question is there. How IoT plays an important role in COVID-19 pandemic situation?
Okay. Over here in my webinar also I discussed that some kind of basic applications or project as a student we can develop. So over here I shown the very simple robo over here. So one more time I want to show. So this is the one simple example of a very handmade robo you can able to see. It's made up of a cardboard and some very cheap material over there, and which is having only DC motor. So and one Bluetooth sensor over there. That Bluetooth device will going to communicate with the mobile application, and through that mobile application we can manage the direction of this robo, and this robo will going to serve to the COVID patient. So it's a very good example. So that means there is a no need of nurses or ward boy over there. So they will be also be safe to serve with this kind of COVID-19 patients. So I already shown the example of this automated sanitizer machine. So these kind of machines we can as a student can make, or as a mini project we can develop, and which we can use at our college premises or in our offices also. So this is a only of ultrasonic sensor, and there is a one servo motor is required. So when you are going to put a hand in front of ultrasonic sensor, this servo motor gets started, and it will going to start the sanitization over here. So it's a very good example. So these kind of projects we can do, and where we can use the IoT in this current COVID-19 pandemic. And one more thing over here, that if you are going to go for the large applications over there, so that is we can use, so if you are going to take the example of Arogya Setu app. So in a Arogya Setu app, what Arogya Setu is doing, when you are going to open the Arogya Setu app, it will going to communicate with the devices, nearby devices through the Bluetooth. So that means Bluetooth, we have to put it on when you are going to use the Arogya Setu app. If you are going to check that one, so in Arogya Setu app, through the Bluetooth, it will going to take the data from the nearby mobile devices, and from that one, it will going to make a prediction that whether you have come into with the any COVID-19 patient or in touch with the any COVID-19 patient or not. This is also very good application we can see. So where through the Bluetooth, you are going to taking the data from the nearby devices, and based on that one, you are going to make sure that that you are in a touch with any COVID-19 infected person or not. That is also one kind of application of IoT.
Okay, right, sir.
Any other questions, sir?
Sir, which are the applications of IoT in automobile sector?
Okay, automobile sector also there. If you are going to see, there are the smart headlamps are there nowadays. Though most of the cars coming with the smart headlamps, then there will be the automatically rain sensing. It is done, so automatically those wiper get started over there. So automatically there will be the rain sensing. And one more thing over there, if your car met with the accident, so there will be the alarm or something, that notification you can send to the nearby police station or nearby to the hospital. So there you can use this kind of application IoT over there. So when your car met with the accident, automatically your car's sensors will going to make sure that there is accident. Once there is accident, then automatically message or SMS will go to the respective nearby police station and hospital. So once they will come to know that there is accident, so they will rush to you for help purpose. So this is also one kind of case study you can consider in automobile industry.
Okay, sir. Now the questions are over on the Facebook Live.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, you can share your email ID so that the students can communicate with you with their queries.
Okay. They
Uh,
can connect with me. I think I didn't mention that one over here.
okay, sir. You
So
can message me. I will put into
okay,
the comment box of Facebook
okay,
Live.
okay, no problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for giving your important time to us. So, in this pandemic situation, this is the hot topic in the technology, that is IoT, Internet of Things, and its application in healthcare is now becomes very popular. So, thank you so much for sharing your uh, views about the IoT in healthcare. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for inviting me. And I'm very glad to give the insights on the IoT in a healthcare. And there are some mini project also that will be helpful for the student.
Yeah.
So they can develop it, and they can use at our in a college premises also. That is a sanitizer machine creation, or these kind of very small project they can use. It will be helpful for them also. Thank you very
Okay.
much for the invitation, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I also thank all the participants to actively participate in this webinar. Uh, After the ending of this webinar, we put the feedback link in the comment section of Facebook Live. So all participants are requested to give the feedback about this webinar. It will be helpful for us. Thank you so much.